What's going on YouTube? Big Philly with Poor Boys RC. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. Today I want to talk about an extreme budget battery solution that I just found on Amazon. Don't know how long these guys are going to stick around for, but what I picked up is two 2S LiPo batteries with a Dean's connector, hard case, 25C mind you, so a lower C rating, but they came to my house shipped for $30 Canadian. This is bananas. This is crazy value. I had to buy them just to see what they're all about. Let's see if they're any good. So the brand is Kiro, which never heard of them before, but it's a 4,500 milliamp battery, as you can see. Came packaged nicely. Let's open up this box and see what they look like. Again, everything's packaged nicely. Little adapter plug here from Dean's to IC3, which is pretty cool. Very common connector these days. Nice that they threw that in there. Nice little bit of packaging. And there's the battery itself. Like I said before, it comes with a Dean plug. And look at this, even a little bit of foam here protecting it so it doesn't rub the plastic case. I love those little bits of attention to detail. That always makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. But again, guys, 4,500 milliamps, 25C, 7.6 volts, which I find that's interesting because normally a LiPo is 7.4. But anyway, maybe that's a typo. I'm not too sure. And all wrapped up in a nice hard case. So this, I mean, the appearance of it, it looks like a nice battery. It's packaged well. Little attention to detail things going on. Nice thick gauge wires. Nice Dean's plug on there. Initial impressions are good, very positive. This looks like a nice battery. So what we're gonna do is, obviously we have to test it out. So I have gone ahead already. I've installed, again, I got two of these batteries. So I've already got one installed in the Hot Shot, and I figured, it's a 25C pack, so what's that good for? I mean, it'd be great for a crawler. I wouldn't want to be racing with a 25C pack if you're into racing, but just as a good budget battery for just guys that are backyard bashing, going to the beach or to the local skate park or wherever it is you like to bash, this is unreal value. So I put it in a buggy that's four-wheel drive with a 10-turn brushless motor. So this thing rips, it's fast. This is going to really strain this battery. I want to test this 25C rating and see if it can keep up with a four-wheel drive 10-turn brushless motor. And on top of that, I'm going to go out and run it on the beach. So we're going to be going through deep sand, we're going to go through hard packed sand, and I'm going to run this thing hard and see if I can stress this battery out and see if we can discover any limitations with it, or even discover if it's a really good battery and just a little hidden gem out there in the RC battery world. So let's get this thing out on the beach and let's see what it does. All right, guys, so we're out here at the beach. We've got the Kiro 2S LiPo battery inside my Hot Shot. Remember, it's only got a 25C output rating, so I'm gonna test this thing out and see how it holds up. Hopefully it does hold up well. Let's see how she goes. That was awesome. Okay, so initial thoughts on this thing are the battery's got tons of punch. As you saw in the footage there, guys, I was running this thing full blast through like thick sand, loose sand, hard packed sand, full blast pretty much the whole time. I'd say we probably pulled, what was that, probably half an hour of running? About 30 minutes so of runtime at full tilt, so that's pretty impressive. The battery is branded as 4,500 milliamps, so when I get back to the hobby studio, I will check that out and put it on the charger and see how many milliamps we put back in this. But I'm impressed. I mean, the motor on this thing is hot to the touch. Like, I worked it hard and it never hesitated. Battery had plenty of power, so I'm pretty impressed. For a budget battery, this might be the fix for you guys out there. So here's the pack that I used in the hot shot in that running video. And as you can see, it's packed full of sand. And it's, you know, it's got some war wounds on the plastic, which is to be expected. The batteries hang down very low in that kit. And, you know, it probably took some shots off some rocks and whatever else. You can see the rubber, the rubber on the end of the connector there from rubbing against the rear tire. And anyway, that's kind of cool. And you know what, guys? It's not swollen at all. It didn't swell, didn't puff, do anything unusual. The pack, other than just being packed full of sand and scratched up, looks like it survived. It's in good shape. So that's a very good thing. The only experiment left to do on these batteries is to see if they are a true 4,500 milliamp. I ran this for about, I'm going to say about 25 to maybe 30 minutes, which in that extreme kind of condition, running hard, I think that's a fair runtime. So I'm going to say we're probably pretty accurate with the 4,500, but I'm going to plug it into the charger and I'll just put it on a gentle charge, maybe a 2 amp charge, and we'll see how many milliamps it takes. All right, so after all that hard beach running, we got the battery on the charger. Let's see what it discharged to, and let's see how many milliamps we put back in the pack after charging. So we're at 3.31, 3.28 volts per cell. So we're pretty close. All right, guys, so my Bruins are playing tonight against the Capitals, game 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Let's give some love to them. And on top of that, let's go check out this battery and see what it's doing. Just about fully charged. And this cell 2 seems to have always been behind cell 1, but they've been within 1/100th of a milliamp the whole time they've been charging. So that is good. It's charging up and balancing nicely. Let's see how many milliamps we put into this guy. 3,215. So I'm no battery guru, but I will say if it's a 4,500 pack, we put 3,200 back into a 45 and we don't fully discharge it because it's LiPo. I think that sounds about right. You battery gurus out there, you probably know more than I do. Put your comments down below if you think I'm accurate. My overall thoughts on that battery pack, it is an outstanding value. I am thrilled that I got 2 batteries for 30 bucks Canadian, which is like $20 US. And amazing value, ran well, 4-wheel drive buggy, 10-turn brushless motor, ripping it hard on a beach. I got a 25 to 30 minute runtime on it. It balanced perfectly. It charged nice. There was no puffing. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm going to buy a bunch more of these batteries and just keep them on hand just so I have them. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks again for watching, everyone. And as always, be excellent to each other.